But do I think that this bike is worth $40,000? That's a lot of money.
For the viewers at home, you don't know how beautiful this is.
Yep.
Until you actually
see it in person. Yeah. With this bike, like, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't all peaches and cream when I picked it up. So say hi to YouTube. What's up, guys? It's your boy FastLaneD, and today we got Luna out here. I think that name fits perfectly. Shout out to Daryl for coming up with that name. He came up with it from lunar eclipse, with the bike being black. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was super cool, and it kind of goes with the theme that I have going on with the bikes as far as rain, storm, the weather, and the astrology and Mother Nature. So I was like, that's perfect. So we got Luna, and it just, I don't know, it just goes so well. But today I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on this bike. And was it worth the $40,000 price tag? We're just about to finish up the break-in service, so you got to go to 600 miles before they completely unlock the bike, and we are right there. But all right, enough talking. Let's get this cold start going, babe. Hey, y'all let me know, what do y'all think about these key tags? Dope, not dope? Would you buy one for your bike? Obviously wouldn't say SP2 on it, but I got a good idea for this side of it. Love that startup screen. It's such a wimpy cold start because it only runs on 2 cylinders when it's sitting in neutral like this. But I'll show you guys in a sec, when I kick it into gear, what it actually sounds like. And of course, the first stop is gas. Dang it, why do they do that? I hate when you have to go inside to pay. Can I get 14 on 9, please?
What's that, new equipment now for the helmets?
I make YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a camera so I can record everything. Everyone always asks that.
Okay. All right.
Have a good one. I guessed 14, so we'll see how close I am. It's always a guessing game when you got the bike, but man, this thing is such a freaking beauty, boy. I will say this matte black is literally impossible to keep clean if you daily your bike like I do. All right, let's see how close we are. Dang, I guessed 80 cents too high. Usually, I don't guess enough. Dang, I don't even have time to go back in and get my money. But let me show you what I was talking about with the cylinders. Now, when I start it, oh wait, it's in gear. All right, so there's what it normally sounds like. I kick it into gear. Wait, it already was. Why is it? It's staying in gear now. Okay, you know what? All right, Luna, you're gonna embarrass me like that. It's never done that before. Interesting. Maybe because it's so cold outside, it can't get warm. I don't know. But yeah, if you own a matte bike, comment down below what you clean yours with. Oh, getting sideways. It's that cold outside today. And the 40s are a little bit lower. But you know, I gotta get y'all this content, baby. Got to. But yeah, if you have a matte black bike, tell me what you clean yours with, because I love it. It looks good, it looks menacing, but like I said, it is a complete pain in the ass to keep clean. But man, you can't like not love the Ducati dry clutch. It's got the carbon fiber wheels, like the electronic suspension. This to me is like the perfect crossover between the S and the R. Now the R motor is better on the top end, but the S motor has more low end grunt. So if we were to roll race an R, I would jump the line and then it would come around on the top end. But for the type of riding I do in the city, like this suits me better. And I think that also the maintenance is a little bit better on the S because it's more of a street bike. The R is more of a track bike. So the SP just made sense to me. All right, now it's just staying with all 4 cylinders on. Probably because it's trying to warm up. Now I will admit I was gonna get the R. Like the R at some point, I don't know at what point, but the plan was eventually to get the V4R. But you gotta remember, it's $10,000 more and it's more expensive to maintain. I've talked to a few Ducati mechanics and they're like, if you're not gonna break that motor down like every few thousand miles, like it's not worth the risk of having all that liability. It's a race bike, like, and that's what race teams do. They break the bikes down and check all the parts and replace like just little stuff that has even minor wear. So the mechanic was like, if you're not going to do that, then like it's not worth the hassle of getting the R. Plus, like I said, the R doesn't come with carbon fiber wheels or electronic suspension. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the R. I don't think the R is ever going to be out of the picture. Like at some point I would like to own an R or a Superleg or something with that 998cc engine. Excuse me, coming through, excuse me, bye bye. Golly, this bike is so light, and I really think it has a lot to do with the carbon fiber wheels. Like it's just so flickable, man. And first gear is so tall on here. Like it does well over 100 in first. Like I don't even think my H2 does 100. Like if you're shifting into second, you're shifting into second's 100. But like this thing goes to 100 and then some in first. Like you still have plenty of room. Even with the soft limiter on here, I can still do 100 in first. And the soft limiter is at 14K, and this thing revs to 15.5. Like what? It's an unusual sensation to get used to, because my other bikes don't rev that high. The R1M doesn't rev that high, and neither does H2. I will say, if you do own a Ducati, you know what I'm talking about, but it's so smooth. Everything about this is just so freaking smooth, man. God, I love it. All right, let me calm down. So with this bike, like I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't all peaches and cream when I picked it up. The carbon fiber wheel on the rear is damaged, and the dealership told me I'd have it in 2 weeks, and now they're telling me it's on back order. So that's a little frustrating when you pay this much for a bike. Also, like when I first rode it, it would pop me, like sometimes it would find a false neutral between 5th and 6th gear. And then I had noticed a few rides afterwards, like 2nd gear, it would just randomly kick me out. And I talked to some other V4 riders, like the Turbo Twins, and he said his did the same exact thing, that when you shift, you literally have to like stop on the shifter. Like the R1M and H2, I can just tap it normal and the bike shifts and there's no issues. This bike, you really have to like shift, like stop on the shifter when you're downshifting. Really make sure you pull hard when you're upshifting. Come on, get over, my guy, get over. All right, dude. Also, I've never gotten so many compliments on the looks of a bike before. Like my 1299 got compliments, but the R1M and the H2, unless you really know what those bikes are, you might get some occasional compliments, but this, like Ducati, like I'm getting compliments from old women at the store or at the gas station. Like, that's a nice bike. Like, that's just how undeniably beautiful this freaking bike is. But I mean, other than that, man, like I really like have enjoyed this bike. Also, this thing sounds good for like a stock exhaust. Like, it's got some bass to it. It's not like super loud, but you can definitely hear me coming. Like the R1 and the H2, it was like dangerous in my opinion how quiet those bikes were. Both of them. I'm a firm believer of loud pipes save lives. Like when I'm on my R1 and my H2, like you see people looking in their mirror as I'm coming up on them, because those bikes are so loud. Like you hear me coming even from behind. I know, Luna, you're hot. I'm not hot. Which this is like the perfect winter bike because it runs so hot. I guess like a mini heater in between my legs, which is really nice. Also can't wait to get the heated grips installed. I'll do that when I take it in for its first service. TRX, man. Woo, one day, that or Raptor, I'd love to have. I'm gonna put it right here. But yeah, y'all are coming along for my errands today. I'm about to get a haircut real quick. And honestly, I'll probably catch up with you guys once I get off work later tonight. It's just been hard making videos because it gets so cold when I get off from work. And it's dark out. I don't like riding in the cold in the dark. So, but yeah, all right, enough talking. Let's get some good cinematic shots of this beautiful thing, man. Let me get you in the video, man. Let me get you in the video, man. I walked out of the barber shop and he was walking by.
I was like, like for the viewers at home, you don't know how beautiful this is.
Yep.
Until you actually
see it in person. Yep.
You don't see how beautiful the carbon wheels are.
Yep.
Even the single sided, like itself.
Yep. Yep.
Even how the exhaust comes around.
Yeah, like loops around. It's hard to appreciate the little details, man. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. You want to shout anything out?
Oh, I have nothing to shout.
You sure? All right, man.
859 riders, I like this.
There we go. Yeah, they're good people.
Stunting group in Lexington.
Yep.
We're bringing it back.
Let's do it, man. What's your name again? Tolson. Dylan, I got my gloves on. Nice to meet you, man. That's what's up. Take it easy. It's always cool to randomly run into you guys out here. So say hi to YouTube. Boom. But all right, guys, here we are. We're back. Couple seconds for you guys. Several hours later for me. I am exhausted. We're off from work. We're done for the holidays. Kinda. I still have to come back for New Year's and work. A lot of y'all ask if I still work a day job. Yes. The ultimate dream is to be able to do YouTube full time, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this 600-mile review. Man, I love that dry clutch. And it's so cool, like, I don't know, I like mechanical sounds. And when you pull that clutch in, you can hear it. There you go, clutch is pulled in, not pulled in. Pulled in, not pulled in. I don't know, little stuff like that just excites me. But do I think that this bike is worth $40,000? That's a lot of money for a motorcycle. It's not like it's a Harley where I get cruise control and navigation and all that good stuff. It's a sport bike. Oh, there we go. It's doing it now. Hold on. Neutral. Y'all hear that? Neutral. And then I'll click it into gear. Boom. Oh, that's so cool. It like goes from a little boy to a man. Your balls drop. Got some bass in your voice. Now, part of the reason why I wanted to go with the SP2 is these bikes hold their value very well. Like a lot of the SPs are still selling for MSRP and what people bought them for. Now, as long as Ducati doesn't freaking drop an SP3, which if they drop an SP3, oh my God, I'm gonna be so salty. They've been doing a lot with the special edition bikes. When you come out with special edition bikes every year, it makes the special editions not so special. But I think this one's very special. The winter test livery is absolutely beautiful. I've never heard anyone say this is not a good looking bike. Like the matte black on here is just so menacing looking. Now, is this bike worth 40K? Because you can buy a regular 1000cc sport bike for 20K, like a regular R1 or a Gixxer, or even an S1K. Are you gonna have twice the amount of fun on this bike? I'd have a hard time arguing that. I wouldn't say you have twice the amount of fun. Like, I think you'd have just as much fun buying a base model, quote unquote, 1000cc bike and then spending that 20K on mods. for sure. But if you have the money and you enjoy the looks and kind of the culture, the Ducati culture that they've created around their brand, then I'd say it's worth it. Like, you're not gonna regret spending the money on this bike. Like, it is a phenomenal bike. I really don't have any complaints. Once I figured out the gear thing, the gear issue I was having, and of course there's gonna be a ton of traffic, it's rush hour now, and that was honestly really it. Like, this bike is so smooth, it's so powerful, it looks phenomenal. Like, and the tech on here is insane. It's so flickable too, like its power. Like, this bike is, I love it. And I really want to wheelie right now, but I'm gonna be good because YouTube has not been enjoying the wheelies I've been doing on the channel. Which, if you want to see wheelies and me hooning the bikes, go check me out on Instagram. I post all those clips over there of me doing the wheelies and having the fun that YouTube doesn't allow. This bike is a dream come true. This was my dream bike for so long. Those of you that have been following the channel know that I wanted a V4 for a very long time. Like, before I even bought my 1299, I wanted this bike. And to not only have a V4, but an SP2 at that, is just, thank you guys so much. Like, seriously, thank you so much. I have no words, man. Like, the downshifts are just so smooth on this thing, man. And this cockpit at night is so badass. I love the sound of this thing, man. As y'all know, I love unique sounding bikes. Don't get me wrong, I love the sound of the H2. That's like the exception for me as far as the inline fours, but this bike sounds good. But yeah, do I regret spending $40K on this bike? No, because like I said, it's gonna hold its value. I've loved every second I've ridden on it. Oh, of course, here, let me get over here. I'm gonna give you all a pull before we leave, I promise. Let me just get out of this traffic. Golly. Why is lane splitting not legal? That's just a mini pull. There's too much traffic to be going crazy right now. If y'all enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the Fast Lane gang, babe. Hey,